I came across this article called The Age of Trees from 1836, and it has a lot of very interesting information that I just wanted to share here. And I will probably include some AI imagery as well as some other images I can dig up, so to speak, and just take a listen to some of this. This helps lend kind of some credence to the ancient tall trees theory, where these things were massive. And even still, the ones listed here may not even compare to the way things were ultimately, inevitably, or beyond the realm. So, but it gives a little hint because some of these I had never actually heard of before, and there are some absolutely ridiculous trees that were out there that were known, and they were notorious, and they were sought out, and they were treasured for a really long time. So, and you got to wonder how these forests were, if what they must have looked like at some point in time. So just take a listen to this, and then we'll talk about it because there's some amazing things in here. Here we go. Age of Trees. General Dearborn's essay in the last number of the Horticultural Registry contains many curious and interesting facts in regard to the longevity of forest trees, which is very accurately and easily ascertained by numbering the annual circles exhibited by a transverse cut through their trunks. Some of the cedars of Mount Lebanon, measured in 1660, I-660, by Mondrell and Pocock, were found to have been nearly 800 years old. The English yew trees of Fontaine Abbey in the county of York had survived 12 centuries. Those in the churchyard of Crowhurst in Surrey, 1400 years. That of Fotheringhill in Scotland, from 2500 to 2600 years. And Scotland is a whole nother beast of mystery. That of Brabura in Kent, 3,000 years. These travelers describe two other trees of a most remarkable character. The baobab, estimated to be 5,150 years old, in the cypress of Taxodium in Mexico, 117 feet 10 inches in circumference, still even more aged than the one that they claim to be 5,150 years old. Wow! A sycamore near the ruins of Heliopolis, according to the tradition in Egypt, existed before the visit of Joseph and Mary, and they sat under its shadow and drank water from a neighboring well, and that one is still there. Another of the same species, termed the sycamore of the Bosphorus and computed to have been 4,020 years old, has disappeared, leaving tea sprouts, which sprang from the stump, one of which, being measured, was found to be 1,050 years of age. The tea sprouts, 1,050 years age, on a trunk of something 4,000 years old. Unbelievable. And it is possible others equally old have been destroyed. It's actually guaranteed, and that the present trees are the second remove from the parent stock. The celebrated chestnut of Mount Etna, 2,600 years old, grew from the stump of a felled tree. And that is a very key important factor here, is because I always think that. I mean, everywhere we go in America, we see the youngest trees. They're so unbelievably young. And it makes you just constantly wonder, where are the old trees? They are all buried underneath us. They were all cut down by some ridiculous force at some point in time. Or maybe they burned, but I have a feeling they were a little hardier than that, since they were unbelievably ancient. And since they're able to get to that age in general, you've got to do pretty strong at avoiding fires if you're going to be 5,000 years old and you're a tree. So there's a lot that we are missing here. And again, it feels as if we're part of the second, third, fourth, 50th generation of people to live on this place. And they just pile up on top of each other. The waters keep rising, and we keep losing more and more to the stuff underneath, the mysteries underneath us all. And so the last paragraph says, in America, more than 140 different species of trees attain an elevation of 30 feet and upwards. 140 different species, remember that, attain an elevation of 30 feet and upwards, while in Europe only 37 trees grow to that height, but 18 of which enter into the composition of forests, and only 7 are employed for domestic or maritime purposes. There are stated to be 53 species of the oak in North America, 17 of the pine, and 8 of the maple. We have 11 species of walnut, while not one is indigenous to Europe, the variety commonly cultivated there being a native of Persia. So again, that lends to America being some ancient beast that nobody has any clue about. In this whole place being just a massive growth garden that has been destroyed and built upon and grown out of so many times that we can't even fathom what the original paradise looked like. But I will try in some art, because this is a whole new vision here of just unbelievable trees that we can't even fathom. And were they living in the trees? Is Avatar a clue of what some of the elite and controllers may already know or may have seen beyond the realm but aren't telling us exist? I'm willing to believe that. If we keep going, I think, beyond our poles and beyond our limits, I bet you we would find so many trees of this type of caliber. And imagine what can be done from them. Imagine the species of animals living them, insects living in them, the mushrooms that grow from them. There's so much to wonder about these ancient, massive trees. And so, whew, good luck. Keep wondering. I hope this inspired you all to think a little bit interestingly about these and maybe see if any of these trees still exist. And next time you're in the woods, start hugging, because these guys have a power that we have not fully ascertained, and you bet it's down there. And so all these guys we see are just the multiple future distant generations of the ancient ones, but still, just like us, probably have the magic of the originators inside them. I'd like to believe, at least. Hope you all have a great day and enjoyed this. Check out artofdino.com again. Your support is infinitely appreciated. Get some art for your family and friends. It will live on forever and just benefit you every day. So, bless you all.